Well, all right. Happy Monday to all of you. Your buddy Omid coming to you again with this crazy market that just keeps on getting crazier. It's like watching a reality show. It's weird. Let's talk about it because everybody has one thing on the mind, which is this lady. She is the Bureau of Labor Statistics chief that was fired and accused of data fraud to try and make the economy look worse than it is. Now, let's talk about a couple things. Any of you who watch this with regularity for the last 5 years, you know that I am not a fan of the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the way they do things. Under the Biden regime, they would report numbers as being higher and then do revisions afterwards on a regular basis. Their charter allows them to do seasonal adjustments, so that's just in their policies and procedures. Now, this lady is the chief. They're the people who actually do the work are all these statisticians and accountant types that obviously they're going off of policy of what can and can't be done. It's important to note something. This is a 2018 revision, the August of 2024, and this is the largest revision that I've seen in 34 years. They revised it downwards by 818,000 jobs, meaning that they had at first initially said that this many jobs were created throughout the year, and then when they did a year-end audit, they're like, oopsies, we missed, and 818,000 jobs were reduced, showing weakness in the economy. And that was in 2024, and that was under the Biden administration, not the Trump administration. So it's important to notate that. So this miss that she is reporting, based on either factual data or not factual data, fact of the matter is that we all are feeling it. This economy, the hiring of this economy, isn't as strong as we all think it is. As a matter of fact, just this last go around right here, they showed a 73,000 new jobs were created. The estimate was at 110,000. So that is a miss. But at the same time, if you look at their adjustments that they made a birth death adjustment model of 257,000 to the positive, meaning that there was that many businesses that came into business and went out of business. So what does that mean? Well, that means if it wasn't $257,000 or 257,000 jobs rather high, this number wouldn't even be 73. It would be way, way negative. So 257 minus 73, and that would be a negative number. That's how many jobs were lost. So there was a couple of revisions as well that happened for May and June, large revisions, minus 258,000 jobs, right? They reported at 144. They're now saying it was only 19,000. 147,000, they're saying there's only 14,000. And these things seem accurate. They honestly do, because there's lots of folks that are either unable to find a job, unable to find full-time employment, and or unable to find one job. They have to work multiple jobs. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. The biggest issue that I have with this is this administration and any other administration, if you end up firing somebody like this, because of the fact that the news that was delivered to you was the way that it was, that you didn't want it, and you put in your own person, then can that person genuinely and truly report those numbers on a regular basis, or are they going to be fearful that this is going to be their future? So remains to be seen. Now, what's going on in the market? Because of that weak jobs report that came in, bond market loved it, rallied. Again, remember that bonds love weakness in the economy because of the fact that a lot of money leaves the stocks to come over to the safety of the bonds, which is exactly what happened on Friday. If any of you were looking at your 401ks or anything else like that, you would have noticed that shift happening. So tomorrow there's going to be the ISM services, really just a quick report about how strong the economy is and what kind of manufacturing we're seeing. On Wednesday, mortgage apps, not really all that relevant, but the 10-year Treasury auction will be. That is a temperature of what the bond traders will feel like is happening in the market and how much of that mortgage bonds they want, the Treasury bonds they want. On Thursday, jobless claims comes out and another 30-year auction. So if the data here shows that the economy is cooling down, that's, again, good news for bonds, and we'll be able to see another dip in mortgage rates. But if the numbers run hot, you know what's going to happen. So on a daily, we report this information on our Instagram stories. So if you don't follow us on there, at Omid S is where you want to go. That way, every single day I show up in your stories without having to go search for it. You'll see what daily rates are, and you'll see what's going on in the economy. You can be that much sharper, okay? Speaking of rates, last week we started the week at 6.81. We've dipped down to 6.57 on a national average on a 30-year fix. for highly qualified individuals. Jumbos are sitting at 6.75 there, down from 6.90. So all in all, the right trend happening here. Obviously, so much going on. If you want me to take a look at anything that you have going on, if you're a seller or a builder, and need some ideas about how to get your listings moving, no better place than this. So pick up the phone and call me, and I'm happy to help you. Okay. As always, like, subscribe, comment, share this with people that you like and love, so they can be as smart as you are. And we will catch you again on next Monday. Okay. Cheers. Have a great week. Bye.